Welcome to Financials with Ahao. It's a joy to be together with you again as we continue on the Making Well series and we build up on the conversation on couples planning together. Today we take a continued tangent on what we shared last time as we look at an eventuality where one partner may be left alone, and this is a key eventuality, a life event, and that is death. In the event that one partner or even both partners pass away, how do we continue to ensure that the plans are set in place, things are in motion, and the core things that need to be undertaken continue to happen? And this becomes key again when there's things like child care, when there's things like parental care, or siblings who are dependent on the couple. One of the things that I recall recently is when my grandmother called her children and shared to them certain things that have been in the family, the land, and just explained things to them and took them through the finances of the family. Not from the place of fear. She's in her 80s, she's still healthy, she stands straight, but she's just thinking through, how do I ensure that this family knows what needs to happen in the event that I'm not there? My grandfather had passed away years ago, and she's the one who remained as the family custodian. And that brings to mind thoughts around who then carries the power of attorney, why disclosures are important, that things are known, who has what is where, who then is listed as the dependent, who is listed as the next of kin. This become key things because when life's eventualities happen, things don't fall in the cracks, things can continue to run. And currently we even have better financial measures. Some institutions even offer facilities like pay on death. It's very defined that who will be paid. Some institutions offer facility now, we are seeing it in insurance, the last expense. And we can even go the direction of a funeral account where these things are already planned for and catered for, ensuring that there is a peaceful, even if there is grief, transition in the event of such an occurrence. And it becomes key for us to plan around this, not because we are fearful, not because we are trying to just think through the negative things of life, but we are trying to think through the wholesomeness of life, the circle of life. Like I think of the Lion King and things like that, that life does have certain events that will catch us, and we need to be able to have put things in place that will carry our loved ones through well. And I'd encourage us to sit down and plan through it, to sit down and just have those conversations that ensure we're asking ourselves that everything is taken care of. We may never be able to capture the wholesomeness of it, but at least we can capture the core things. We can be able to say, there's this fund here, this is what it will do. There's this fund here, this is who will access it. There's this business here, this is who will continue to run it. There is this care that needs to be given, this is how it will continue to be undertaken. There are these documents here, this is who needs to sign it. And even these documents need to be stored in a way that they can be accessed, in a way that we are not worried, oh no, they could fall into the wrong hands, or they could be misinterpreted, or they could be abused in any form of way. And it's not the easiest conversation to have, but it's important. It's one of those things that you say, I don't want to do, but I must do, because then I also think objectively. And planning about finance is, we look at the past and we learn the lessons. We look at the present and we do well, and we look at the future and we prepare. So all of this, we look at it from a heart of preparation, from a heart of setting things in place well, so that nothing remains that is not running the way it should. And I'd invite us to listen further. There is a clip that I had done on estate planning, a bit around wills and things like that, because this come into play when it comes to planning in the eventuality of one passing away. And I'll put the link and you can continue to build up on these conversations. Thank you so much for listening. I pray that you can plan through this difficult yet important phase of life well, and that your outcomes will be one of financial wellness, financial freedom, and continuing to build wealth. God bless you, and looking forward to the next conversation. It's Ahao.